The goal of this first section of training is to provide a brief introduction to Microsoft Word 2010 for those who have never used it before or who might not be familiar with it. Microsoft Word is a word processing program, and what that means is that it's a program that allows you to type and edit text. And the first thing you should probably know is the cursor. When we talk about the cursor, we're referring to this blinking line right here, and that tells you where you are in your text, and it allows you to go in and you can put the cursor there and add new text, or you can delete text. You can also use the cursor to select text, and you do that by putting the cursor where you want it and then holding down the mouse button and selecting the text that you want. We're also going to be talking about formatting text, and when I talk about text format, I'm talking about what the text looks like. And we can change the formatting of the text by highlighting it and, for instance, changing the font. The font has to do with what does the text actually look like. So that's changing the font. We can also select it and change the font size. We can make our text much bigger, or we can make it very small. Now, if you've used previous editions of Microsoft Word, you'll notice that the layout for Microsoft Word 2010 looks a little bit different than in previous programs. And the biggest difference is this going across the top of the screen. This is referred to as the ribbon. And the ribbon has all the commands that you could use to access through menus. And the ribbon has several tabs, and each of these tabs is a grouping of similar commands. So the Home tab has some very common commands, such as changing the font or changing the spacing in the paragraph. References has anything to do with if you want to reference anything in your work through the table of contents or citations in a bibliography. Or view has to do with how you view your document. So each tab has several groups, such as document views, show, or zoom, and each of these groups has several commands that are very similar within each one. Now, if you want to make a change to your document, you can do it through using these commands on the ribbon. But a lot of the times you can also use shortcuts. And what shortcuts are they allow you to perform a command using a combination of keys instead of pointing and clicking to what you want. So if I want to copy this, I can select the text and I can click this icon, which means copy. And then I can come down here and click paste, and it'll copy and paste it. However, I can also do that by selecting the text and then hitting Control-C for copy and then hitting Control-V for paste, and it will again copy and paste the text. So that's a general introduction to Microsoft Word 2010. In the next video, we're going to explain what a table of contents is and what it looks like.